One. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the HIGH-5 podcast, HIGH-5 After Dark. I'm your host, Malcolm from Malcolm&Mary, and today we shall be diving into some lovely products on the show from HIGH-5. I'm joined by my coworkers and colleagues, as always. Thank y'all for coming out and partying, and we're going to dive straight into it. Miss Leah, what do we have you trying tonight on the podcast?
I have the tropical Biscotti Sundae from Western Culture. I'm so excited.
Timing. I featured this twice on the podcast now in the last 2 episodes, and we shall directly correspond with how your experience runs. So I shall be picking your brain and asking many, many questions.
Yeah.
Perfect. Continue.
Science. All right, we're going to pop it open.
Yes.
Cute little die cut bag. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
It smells. I gotta get back into this.
Yeah.
I know words. There's definitely some of that like yeastiness. It's like a dry yeastiness.
Okay.
And there's a sweetness. I don't know what it's like fruity-ish, but I wonder if it's like it's kind of like a fruit medley, and there's like a little bit of spice.
Okay.
Not like very heavy spice, but like the lightest spice, like snickerdoodle spice.
Wow. Okay. Love that. Beautiful description. Okay.
Oh,
immediately, I shall jump back onto you just with the terpene profiles. On both of my forms, I wrote mothball, grassy, and skunky. I said it had a sweetness, and then I said it was 5% mango. On the next form, I wrote sour grass, earthy, and a sweet wood or cedar.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Could you see any of those possibly in that nose profile?
Yeah. I'm really bad at pulling skunk as like a smell idea.
Sure.
Descriptor. So yeah, definitely I get a little bit of skunk. And then that 5% mango is such an interesting description. Like I have dried mango in my other room right now, and I almost want to go smell it because it like dried mango, like just the tiniest hint of it. It's not the only sweet flavor that you're getting.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, very fair. How do those nugs look like to you? What is the moisture content? What do you think?
They're definitely dense. The tiniest bit of moisture, but mostly dry. There's a little bit of
nice.
Yeah, it looks good, but it's definitely frosty and it looks gorgeous.
Okay, and how are we gonna enjoy this tonight?
We're gonna smoke it out of my roommate's piece.
Uh-oh, be careful, be careful.
Well, they don't smoke anymore, so I inherited a lot of things.
Well, there you go. As it should be.
A lot of things.
Like 10 pipes.
Nice. Okay, nice. Make sure you clean them. Just saying. But big shout out to them. Exactly. Thank you, Leah. KBZ, what are we trying tonight?
So I am trying a new brand that just got dropped either today or last night or something. It is called New Jack Kush. And this is the berry Runtz. This is like just under the price range of Sticky Frog. So really nice price range. Does smell exactly like it. Does smell like berries and Runtz.
That's nice.
Yeah. Okay. What is that live resin? Is it a CO2?
This is, I think it's CO2.
Okay.
Yes, it is CO2. So I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna try this out of my new little aquarium, Miss Email. We've seen her last episode that I was on.
Uh-oh.
So yes.
Okay. And how much, and you have not tried this before at all?
I just tried it when I got home. I got off a lot earlier than a lot of the other bud tenders. So I got to come home, and this was my only dab. Like I dabbed this right as I got home. It's about an hour and a half later, and I'm still feeling it. It still feels pretty nice. The flavor was on par, but we're gonna see how it amplifies.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now, would you say that this is a texture that you prefer? Do you like a different texture usually when it comes to your concentrates?
I do like more battery textures, or like even just a stiffer like sugar wax like this. It just makes it really nice and easy to handle with most ways of smoking dabs. It's
Okay.
also perfect for putting right on top of a bowl if you just want a little nightcap and you're just wanting to get a little extra high. Super great way of using your dabs. Even if someone's gifted you dabs and was like, and you're like, well, I don't really smoke this. Well, you can. You can.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Very fair. Love that. Okay. Thank you, KBZ. We'll definitely check back in and see what that flavor profile is and those desired effects. Kirsty, what are we trying tonight on the podcast?
I have Push Pop 1 gram pre-roll from Regulator. Yes.
Okay, nice. And this, for a lot of people that have been coming in, we are without the high states at the moment, or we were. So this was the other same price option. So I'm very anxious to see what this is about. Do you getting a smell out of that at all?
It kind of smelled like, I don't know, maybe like a little sweet, a little fresh. I will say right off the bat, it was one of those ones where it's just like the top is just smushed down. And I fucking hate that. Like finish the
Gotcha.
joint. Stupid.
Right. Tell them how you really
The
feel.
dry pull on it though was honestly like so heavily mint.
Wow.
So heavily mint that honestly I really could taste like almost anything else. Unfortunately for me, is a little off-putting. Mint isn't really my favorite flavor to smoke, like menthols, like cigarettes or whatever. Like I'm not about it. So I'm kind of hoping that doesn't really translate too well into the like,
Right.
but I'm gonna light it up and see how she burns. It does seem to be rolled pretty well, so I will say that. Like it feels
Nice.
nice and firm all the way through the bottom. There's no
Does-
mess in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it feel like it's flour or no? It feels like
It honestly
shake.
actually does. It doesn't feel bad. I could dump some out though. I can check it out. I'll do that. I'll dissect it a little bit and then just like check back in with me. Whatever. I'll let you know.
Oh, okay, totally. Okay. And then thank you, Kirsten. And I am going to be enjoying the Boggy Boon Slurrmint. Now, this is a strain that is infamous for getting on the shelf and sitting there.
That's great.
A lot of Boggy Boon strains tend to come on the shelf and just sit there. People overlook them. It's in the Wild West tier, the middle tier. So many awesome options, so many great brands. Doc and Yeti literally just released again today. So definitely go in and get your Doc and Yeti.
Oh my
But
God.
Forbidden
this is
fruit.
flavors.
yeah, I know. Yeah. And they have Runtz, they have lemon G, Lamange or whatever. And then
Oh my God. Oh
forbidden
my God. Oh my God.
fruit. Yes. And this Slurricane from Boggy Boon is crossed with Slurricane or Slurrmint. It's Slurricane and wedding cake. We're gonna go ahead and crack this open. Let's see. Boom. Smells like raisins.
It's pretty
That's
good.
the first time I've ever smelled anything that smells like raisins.
Mhm.
That is undeniably raisins. If you blindfolded me and open this and put it in front of me, I would say red raisins 1000%. Smells like grandma's raisins. Why do grandmas always have raisins? Anyways,
Grandma's raisins.
very, very interesting. It's like stale raisins. Interesting.
Not
Okay,
stale
now
raisins.
let's go ahead. Let's take this out. Immediately, we got one decent sized nugget and one little tiny yaya. We're gonna go ahead and give us a nice little squeeze. Let's see. Oh God, that was crunchified and definitely on the drier side. I want to get to the bigger one. Yeah, it's dry. If I squeeze that anymore, it's gonna break. But it does smell sweeter after I squeeze it a little bit. Definitely get some raspberry kind of purple punch vibes coming out of it. So I'm excited to get this into the grinder. Of course, we have our sample form in front of us. I definitely have to write down that it was a very raisin forward and stale. So raisin, stale, possibly mothball. Beautiful. Excellent. In that order. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to grind this up. We're going to see if those essential oils break, if anything jumps out at us that much more. I am going to be smoking this out of the glass. We're going to be smoking out of Blue Brittany today. Gotta love it. And Blue Brittany, of course, has a shallow bowl. So hopefully this is not a repeat of last episode where I tried the, well, I shan't ruin it. Nevertheless, we shall grind this up. We shall grind this up. Let's see. Beautiful. I'm not, and you know what? I'm not going to do a lot because I don't need a lot. Here we go. I just want to do a little yaya, boom. A little jaji gagi, boom. And now let's see. This is very dry. Immediately, this is very dry. And I'm glad I'm not grinding this up. I'm glad I'm just putting it in the grinder. You know, when it's something with a good moisture content, the star killer from Doghouse. Once again, I cannot shout that strain out enough. It is so perfectly cured. Yeah, when it's ground up, let's see. When it's ground, it's notes of raspberry. It is very sweet and it's a little creamy. I almost want to say like a raisin raspberry milkshake. That sounds gross.
That's so yuck.
A raisin milkshake sounds gross. I wonder why you never see raisins in anything that's cold or pureed or like a raisin puree. What would you use a raisin puree for? Go, Leah. 5, 4, 3.
I feel like
2,
you would put it
1.
on like a cheese and cracker appetizer.
That's great.
That'd be good.
Very good
I was
option.
gonna say torture, but I guess
Yeah.
I watch too much Chopped.
I would
No,
say
you
steak.
don't. You can never watch too much Chopped.
This is true.
It's
I watched
true.
just
So-
enough Chopped to prepare me for this life
Well, I have
experience
many 5,
right
4,
here
3,
and
2,
now.
1s to throw your way. Yes. I too also watch too much Chopped. It's great.
So good.
Also, big shout out to the entire Chelsea Pier studio in New York where they film most of the Food Network and Chopped.
Oh my
Big
God,
shout out to everybody
seriously.
signing up for Chopped on Food Network and flying all the way out there just to lose in the first round. Big shout out to y'all because I might never. Everybody goes, Malcolm, you should do the amateur competition and, you know, apply and try and go do it. Boy, I don't got no time to be flying all the way back home just to lose at home and then come all the way back and with my tail behind my leg. No. We don't have time. No. We should.
No, just
Definitely.
do
Why?
like a competition in a convention that's somewhere you already want to go, because then you just get to have fun. My dad's in steak cooking competitions, and he's living his best life now.
Really? Something I
He's
never knew
made
about you.
so many friends. So many friends.
Oh, I bet. They
It's
love
so
grilling
cute.
steaks. I'm sure they have a blast. That sounds very dad-ish. I love that. Okay, but very fair. I shall stop rambling. We're gonna get a taste on this and get some desired effects. Adrian, welcome in, my friend. How are you?
Oh.
Doing well. How are you?
Excellent. We're fantastic. What are we trying tonight on the podcast?
Twins.
You literally just made my week.
Trifecta.
Yes.
So I don't have to try that.
What?
I could just go with my standby and review Redheaded Stranger for like the 4th time.
Okay. Up to you.
Or some Sunset Petrol from Freddy's Fuego.
Ooh.
Do that one.
Do that one.
That one. Because
That
we
one.
haven't done it.
Carry that.
All right.
That's our vote.
Yes.
That's
Same.
where I'm going.
Okay.
I have had this for a little while. But I have kept a pretty nice and fresh Boveda in there.
Okay.
It's still got beautiful retention on it. This stuff is gorgeous. Let's see. It's saying it's Sunset Sherbet and high octane.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are seeing a little bit of purple to it. Definitely nice.
What does it smell like?
It's straight gas.
Nice. Okay.
Yes, is it?
Yay.
It's complete
love
gas.
that.
It's 100% gas.
Love that.
Favorite.
It is Kirsten's favorite.
I do
it's-
love me some gassy weed.
Some
The,
gayish.
the squeeze on this is so fucking gorgeous. Like, it's got such a nice sponginess to it. It's not hyper dense. It's very well rolled, or not well rolled, sorry, well grown. And yeah, the fact that it's still this great after probably like having it for a month, like good on you.
Wow. Okay. I love that. Okay. Now, and this is something you have tried before, yes?
Yes, it's something I've tried before. It treats me well. It's a very nice all-purpose kind of high.
Love that.
Just kind of middle
No,
of the
no, no,
road.
don't tell me yet. We shall see. And we shall see. What medium are you smoking this with? Are you glass? You're gonna roll it?
No.
Gonna be using my straight shooter.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, very fair. Adrian, do you know how to roll?
When you just gave me
I
that.
do know how to roll. I don't use a crutch when I do, and like I need to. I usually just roll end to end flour.
Hey, and that's also great. If you put enough end to end flour, there's nothing wrong. That's like a cigar. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's usually how I roll mine. And then from there, like I will break the last bit into a bowl, or it just sits indefinitely in my ashtray until I throw it away.
Okay, very beautiful.
But yeah, I do know how to roll. I just, you know what? I'll try and roll one right now.
No,
We'll get back.
no, you had your mind made up. Go ahead and put it in the glass. We shall roll on another episode. I only
You know what's
ask
great is I can be lazy and I don't have to roll.
There you go. And we love that. And we
I'm
love
on
that.
it. I'm on it.
I love Adrian said I'm on it. I love that. Okay, very fair. And also when you grind that up, let me know if any more smells jump out to you, if it does get more gassy, or if some other spice notes kind of jump in there with it. That should be fun.
I absolutely will do. I have to find my grinder though, so I will be back.
Yes, take your time. Take your time. Do your thing. And Leah, how are we feeling so far off of those effects? And what is that flavor profile?
Okay. I wrote down a lot of notes for the flavor profile.
Perfect.
I feel like the sweetness kind of went away for me. And it kind of like definitely like those like woody-ish notes. And then I was thinking about this aloe drink I had, and it's mangosteen flavored, which I think is like more rindy. I don't really know what a mangosteen is. It's not my favorite flavor of that drink though.
Mangosteen.
I think it's artificial mango flavor, if I'm not mistaken. They use it in some like craft brewing.
Yes.
Or like mango beers.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
What
But if they're
is
putting it in
mangosteen?
beers, I hate
No.
how beers taste.
Mangosteen,
that
also
way.
known as the mangosteen, is a tropical evergreen tree with edible fruit native to tropical
I'm
islands
wrong.
surrounding.
Well, they
Oh,
probably
shit.
have like an essence they put into the beer.
Yes, it surrounds the Indian Ocean. Love that. And
Also,
it looks
there's
like
only
that.
one spelling of
I'm thinking
mangosteen too.
Maybelline.
Maybelline, yeah.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah.
Maybelline with a P.
I'm crying.
Artificial maple. Maybelline,
So yeah.
not mangosteen. My bad.
That's
y'all.
good. That's good.
I'm high.
Okay, sorry, continue, Leah.
Yeah, no, but kind of like that, but it kind of got like a minerally vibe to me, almost like rocks or like good acrylic paint, like white acrylic paint.
Okay.
She said good acrylic paint. I love you.
It was just like it was a really weird. I was taken to like the old cabins that I had like Girl Scout camps at, and they were like really old and had like probably like lead-based paint.
Okay. Okay.
It
Now,
doesn't taste like lead.
Chips.
okay. Is the flavor
All the
flavor
rocks and
profile that it's
paint.
giving you undesirable to any extent?
No, that's why it's like high quality acrylic paint.
And we love that. Okay, yes, yes. Shout out to everybody painting, period. Leah, what's your favorite color to paint? Go. 5,
Pink.
4. Pink, really?
Oh God, I love pink. Such a good
And you
color.
have
Such
not
an
been to
interesting and
Champagne
complex
Poetry.
color.
You really haven't been to Champagne Poetry
Not
before.
yet,
so
but
hold
I'm
on.
gonna take my best friend there.
You have to see the sports car. You have to see all of them. Chef Dan's cars are ridiculous. They're ridiculous. She wraps all of her sports cars in pink glitter. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of gnarly. Anyways, nevertheless, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Leah. Big shout out. And then Kirsten, how are we feeling so far off that push pop? Is it worthy?
Sorry, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Got like a little tickle up my nose. Too many French inhales. Okay,
feel that.
I'm gonna preface this with saying that I was like fully prepared to absolutely hate this. I'm fully prepared to give it like a solid like 1. But
Adrian gave a 0 last week.
Yep.
with one of these,
No, with
Oh.
another brand. Yes.
I was like, oh my gosh. Really? No, but I'm gonna say, oh yeah, so I did dump out some of it. I'll say I'm honestly pretty convinced that it probably is full flower.
Yeah, it's very moist.
It's very moist.
Wow.
Honestly,
Wow.
it looks really nice. The flower is like it's pretty uniform, but not all the way uniform. Like Caleb was saying, it probably like machine trimmed, like flour or whatever. Just like a quick grind on it, like not super well done, but like it definitely was good going in there. It was really well rolled. Even though I dumped out a good chunk of it, it still lit up perfectly. It smoked. And honestly, it didn't run at all the whole time. Not super white ashes on it. Definitely like more of like a dark gray,
Sure.
almost kind of black. But so I don't know, maybe some like sugar leaf and seed and stuff. Like I said though, or like Caleb kind of pointed out, probably just like kind of a rough grind on that. A cheaper version of getting that done. But I
Okay.
would say, oh yeah, and when we dumped it out, like when you smell it, that mint taste that I could taste it once it was like out of the paper, that menthol mint like smell and taste was
Strong.
fucking heavy.
I like turned my
Really?
nose up to like for a second,
Like,
and it was
honestly,
it was
like it's
strong.
still like it's sitting here on like this paper where I dumped it out, and it's like it's still like it literally smells like how like if you've ever smelled a menthol pack of cigarettes, like when you open up, like you smell some like it smells very minty. It's very
Wow.
like very minty.
Interesting.
The
Yeah.
mint definitely was there the whole smoke. Like I said, not really my favorite like terpene profile, but still, like Caleb said, for the price range that it is, the fact that it even like had that much flavor the whole way
Right.
through is, and I mean, just because it's not my terpene profile does not mean that it's not somebody else.
Exactly.
I would say that it
Exactly.
got a little lemony and a little sweet, but still mostly just very, very mint heavy. But yeah, I mean, honestly, for the price point it is, I would recommend that over High State probably any day. I mean, that's the only one I've ever smoked to that. So who knows? Maybe the next one will be totally trash.
Right.
As-
Okay.
That one,
Well,
yeah.
what were you
I would say,
smoking?
push pop from Regulator.
Okay.
They're in the budget tier section, price the same as the High
Yes, Push
State
Pop.
pre-rolls.
Heard.
Yes, push pop.
Yeah,
I
well, and
haven't
that's
seen one of
like
those in a long time.
it's a pretty popular strain from Regulator and Smoky Point. Like people really like that one. I've had it in the wax a time or two. I think I've actually maybe done a podcast review on like the
Yes.
Smoky Point wax of it. I definitely do not remember it being super mint heavy, but this is my first time ever having it in the flower. So we all know that the terpene profile can change
Yes.
vastly.
However, I will say the next time that it is in Smoky Point Shadow Joints, I will give it to you for a podcast.
Oh yeah,
Because
for
now
sure.
I'm very
I would
intrigued
like
on how
to
minty
compare
push
it.
pop actually is. Because what
Yeah,
push
I
pop
like
is
the
minty?
shatter
None of
joints.
them.
No, yeah, that's what I was really surprised that it was minty, but I mean, it's like my mouth tastes as if I like smoked a menthol cigarette. Like the exact thing that I hate about menthol cigarettes is like how that mint will not leave. Like, and my whole mouth is minty. Like,
Wow.
and Caleb smoked it too.
Yeah.
He had a couple puffs.
I had a couple puffs. The flavor was, it lingered. It mixed well with the berry. I like the mint terpenes.
Berry.
Okay.
There you
Really
go.
well with my berry dabs.
Yeah.
I
Try that
didn't,
next.
yeah, I
Try
didn't,
that.
I didn't really get enough of it to like feel any high from it or any change from what I normally feel, but it was great. It was a great experience.
Okay.
And it wasn't
And
hard.
And speaking of which, thank you, Kirsten. How are we feeling overall on that consensus on your high?
So I'm very content. I'm 2 dabs in like the last 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours.
Okay.
And it's just a really nice overall dab experience. I got a little bit more cough because I did turn up the heat on my e-nail. So it's just taking a little hotter of a dab. But overall, a very nice experience. The flavor comes through. It is a terpene enhanced flavor. So if that is not something you're looking for, I would like, this is equivalent to like a tasty terps, but like a little less flavorful. A really nice high. I would say it's very uplifting, but also like calming. Like my muscles are relaxed, but my body is feeling like pushed forward, pushed up.
Wow. Remind me which one this is.
This was the berry Runtz from New Jack Kush.
Gotcha.
Little bus, little train, metro train.
Yes, metro station.
But yes, it's nice and I do enjoy it. I would say this is on par with Tasty Terps and their terp profile and in like the overall feeling of their hybrids, because sometimes with dabs, hybrids feel the same, especially with like different runs or different Skittles strains.
Right.
Like you're all gonna get the same overall like extraction, terpenes and extraction of like those cannabinoids.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's a nice, enjoyable experience.
Wow. Okay. You are sitting back more than I feel as though you typically do. And I know you also have to share the screen this time around, but I feel like you're happy to be in the current state.
I love it. There's no, like, it's no difference. I love it.
Beautiful. Okay. Very, very fair. And then is this something you would consider more uplifting or sedative?
I would say it's more uplifting.
Really nice. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Is it sedative at all?
Maybe sedative on the body because my muscles finally relaxed after working.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Just for the body.
Oh, for the body, yeah. It is sedative on the body. I don't feel like my energy is gone.
Okay. Is it uplifting on the body?
Physically, yes. My body
Nice.
feels like it's like being pulled up.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Very, very fair. Love that. And do you think this dab do you think this is a good time slot to maybe enjoy a dab like this?
Yeah, I would say after like coming home, like being kind of sober for the whole day, this is a really nice like ease into it. I would probably switch it up with like some flour or something after this, just to kind of get a full spectrum into my body, and just enjoy the time that I have.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah. Excellent. Let's see. Okay. Okay, thank you, Caleb. Or I was so funny. I just treated your real name like I said a price. I was like, thank you, Kate. I mean, Kate Beasy. I was like, how dare I call Caleb Caleb? I was like, the name is Kate Beasy. The name is Kate Beasy. But okay, fantastic. Thank you. And I will jump on this very quickly so we can jump to Adrian. I say very quickly, of course, we might ramble. This is the Boggy Boon Slurrmint, and I've been doodling, and I've been able to do so while still being engaged. Number one, that's one thing to say about this. Definitely, I'm able to multitask, and I'm happy to do so. I'm definitely in good spirits, which is a blessing this week. Still, once again, R.I.P. Ness. I shall say it 1,000 times. R.I.P. Ness. Lost one of my very good friends, one of my best friends, to brain cancer. He finally lost his battle, and that's okay. So sending a beautiful RIP to Ness, and still shouting out that episode as well. However, I said, literally very engaged, super happy, and mood enhanced, but not over the top. I don't feel as though I'm rambling with questions when other people are on the podcast or when they are speaking on their turn. And I feel as though I'm very good at listening while allowing them to continue and talk, which I love, because that's not always the case. I'm so happy and so anxious to be on here. Sometimes I step on people's feet when they're trying to talk. And you guys get it by now. Y'all really just keep talking over me, and I need you to continue to do that. So thank you. But I said it is actually, oh, it's a twirl pen kind of high, but I'm terrible at it. So I'm sitting here twirling my pen. It's very stimulating. It's very kind of antsy with your like feet and fingers and hands, meaning it's probably more of a daytime, or probably suits best for daytime high. And I never want people to think I'm saying this is more of a daytime experience, meaning it's a daytime high. Daytime high means it sounds like you could go and live your life. I wouldn't want to be out in public right now. I'm a little bit too loosey-goosey. You know what I'm saying? This is like a high version of maybe like a little bit of a drunkiness, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it's not as sedated. You know what I'm saying? I got maybe one more decent hit in this bowl and then it's done. Once again, this is Blue Brittany in the shallow bowl. So with this one bowl, it is not sedated. It's way more uplifting physically. You know what I'm saying? Which is what's making me antsy. You know what I'm saying? That's what's I literally feel like doing this. I feel like doing this with my obliques, with my shoulders. That's kind of what the uplifting tendencies are giving me and where they're stemming from. Really, really nice. I said this would be great as a professor type of experience in high, but only when critiquing. I wouldn't want to necessarily teach a class. I just want to go, for instance, if people were handing me sample forms and I was a professor and I was going over their sample form, this would be perfect, but I would need them there. It's like when you're training your dog, you have to also, the owner needs to be there. It needs to be there. You can't just drop your dog off at boarding school and be like, oh, he's going to come back perfect. No, you also need to be there. So if I was a professor and people were coming up to me with sample forms, this would be the exact strain I would want to smoke. I'm very inquisitive, but also I'm able to listen, as I was mentioning before. I'm very hands-on. I'm able to be engaged, still make eye contact, which is great. You know what I'm saying? I'm still looking at the screen. I'm still Baba B. And, you know, I'm like I said, I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy. Which is a great change of pace for this week, you know what I'm saying, which is awesome. I said the flavor profile, even in the glass, is definitely more of a sweet wheat and pine. You know how a lot of the times we say, oh, well, this has like a fermented kind of winey smell.
Yes.
I think that might be the raisin that I was kind of getting in it, but just to a certain percentage. And it kind of now at this percentage of that fermentedness is at a raisin state. Maybe that's what I was trying to pick up. And also I noted that it burns fairly slowly. I was really taking some nice hits, and this is a shallow bowl. So to say that I still have some left is definitely a nice little toast to them. But Adrian, what are we thinking? I see we got our joint. We've been puffing away.
Yes. So once again, Sunset Petrol from Freddy's Fuego. Still gas. It is full through and through gassy funk. I'm 100% about it. This is a really awesome strain that I feel if you have to be around a bunch of people and you don't necessarily want to be around a bunch of people, it kind of makes you apathetic, but like you're still present and engaging. Like, I feel like if I was invited to something that I didn't necessarily want to be at, but I still wanted to show face, this is what I would smoke.
But it might be resting bee face.
No, I look high as fuck, so I'm fine. Like I'm still gonna smile and laugh at shit, you know, but like it's gonna make me drop those inhibitions that are holding me back from potentially being in an awkward situation.
Okay. Wow. Okay. No, I love that. Okay, I love that. Now, perfect times. You are able to do that, do something like be out in public. But what is the perfect time frame you think for a strain like this? What would you smoke it for?
I would smoke it if I had to go to a concert of a band that I had no idea what it was going to be like.
Okay.
So I could still have a good time because I would just melt into whatever the fuck is going on around me.
Okay. Very good.
That's how I would use that. Like if I was invited to some shit that I'm just like, I would never pay money for this, and I'm just showing up and hoping for the best, that's what I would smoke.
Okay. Favorite band show you've ever been to? Go. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Brand new.
one.
Yes,
Brand new.
yes, brand new. Me too.
I
Wow.
saw them on their last
It's
tour before they called it quits.
Wow.
Literally
Okay.
the best show I've ever seen. It's also my
Really?
favorite. Of all time.
Really?
Since
I
I was
didn't know
12 years old.
Literally. Wow.
I love them.
I didn't know that. That learned something new, Kirsty. I did not know that.
They're so good.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Love that. Okay.
But
Thank
But
you.
I
Adrian.
like that description for like what you said, because like something like that would have been nice. Because when I saw them, I didn't know the 2 openers. I didn't give a fuck about them. So I got wasted. I got there early so I could be front row. I don't care about the 2 bands. So I mostly sat drunk on the floor, pissed people off for the first 2 bands.
Wow.
But when Brand New took the stage,
Oh,
wow.
What's their name? Their name is Brand New.
Yeah.
Brand New.
Brand new.
Interesting.
It's like the style of music like Chuck sings and plays all the time.
I love that.
He likes a
Chuck
lot
is
of
good
it.
at it too. It's funny. I love
I know he does so many good renditions. My boy.
it. You literally just described perfectly. I didn't know what you were talking about until you said the one that Chuck be like singing like, okay, like now I know what type of music. Okay, I love that.
I'm
Okay,
like,
and,
you
and
know
I
that
love
you just didn't know.
and I love that that's a popping concert. I love that
Right.
that's the music it was jumping in there. I love that. Okay, very fair. Awesome. Thank you, Adrian. And it seems as though it is time for the scale of 1 to 10. Would you buy that again and remind the people what it was? I'm going to start out with you, Leah. What are we thinking?
so I had the Western cultured tropical biscotti Sundae. I would give it, I'm like, I would definitely buy it again. So I guess I would give it like an 8 or a 9. It's not like my favorite thing in the world, but it's like just a really fun weed. I feel like it'd be really great for like a kickback. Um, just like I feel like I can be social on it. So I like that.
Okay. Okay. Very fair. And I want to read you something very quickly. I shall read you my 2 on the
Oh my
bottom.
God, yes.
It says, what do you think are the best uses for this product? I said, laying down, number 1, watch a movie. And then I said, talk to self, lack of appetite, perfect for eating, laugh my ass off, more interested in eating than filling out rest of form. Feel like this is a prime example of overbreeding genetics. I couldn't put my finger on what the exact desired effect. You guys can watch the episode. I couldn't put my finger on the exact desired effect of what it was. And this happens with many cookie strains. And just look at the name.
Yeah.
Tropical Biscotti Sundae. I immediately said, oh? I said, why? I said, what kind of Sunday is Malcolm King likes Hindu Kush well.
But
Said
also,
what?
why is it
I
tropical?
said, what
Doesn't make sense
kind
for
of
the
genetic monstrosity is this?
Sour cream.
I got a lot of
It's-
information out of it though. But also, most of the time I spent with that was not remembering the name and trying to put my finger on the exact desired effect. That was the first of the what do you think are best. Then that was the one that was during the daytime, 11:10 a.m. This
Oh,
is during the
okay.
daytime, 11:10 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Tropical
Yeah.
Biscotti Sundae. Now, the Tropical Biscotti Sundae. This is the podcast form. Well, both of them are podcast form. Nevertheless, this I said way more daytime. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's way more of a daytime. I guess. Not best. Not way. I was high. Okay, way more daytime. Not best at video games. Honestly, laying down. So it's still best for laying down. I said smoke a joint at home and bundled up and warm is what I prefer. I had no trouble uploading the videos to YouTube. I said I still gave it a 7.5 out of 10 but on the first one, I gave it a 5.5 out of 10. So it seems as though, although I thought it was way more of a daytime high when I tried it at midnight, on my daytime form, I said that I didn't care for it because it still gave me that lazy kind of body high. But I said 3 to 4 p.m. kind of high, very social, but carefree with ramble.
Oh my God, yeah.
Tone, I said tone of voice and vibrations of vocal cords are very soothing because of how uplifting the tendencies are in my chest. Super socially unperturbed. I don't know what that means. Nevertheless, I'm sorry. I'm rambling, trying to ramble on these forms about something I didn't even try, mind you. But Leah, what do you think? Can you relate to any of that?
Yeah, the afternoon bit, like the 3 to 4 p.m. Exactly. I have it more like being in like one of those basements that has like the windows in the front yard. And so it's like a really warm basement. But yeah, I can see what you mean by the desired effect because I definitely spent more time trying to describe its flavor than trying to describe how I feel. But it's
Okay.
perfectly fine. I'm also in a room that's like 75 degrees because I'm with the kittens. So that might be a reason like I'm feeling so great. It's because I am bundled up
Yeah.
and warm.
Yeah. And
You
have
are
a kid.
you are the tropical biscotti Sundae.
I am a tropical Biscotti Sundae, yes.
All hail the queen. All hail the queen. I should little crown. Ding. That would be great.
Little
Okay,
Sunday
very
crown.
fair. Thank you, Leah. Appreciate you. And Kirsty Curse, what are we thinking? Scale of 1 through 10, reminding people what it was.
Oh, I know. Regulator, push pop, 1 gram pre-roll, definitely in the budget tier section. The regular flour joints. Would I buy it again? No, I wouldn't.
Hey.
But would I recommend it? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
That we just have a lot of options and I'm pretty picky about joints. I will say, like, you know what I mean? If I only had the amount of money that this was, I would buy this over anything else in its price range or anything less expensive than it. Definitely.
Yeah.
This would be top tier compared to all those other options. I will say that. So if this is something in like that normal price range that you're going for, try this over that. I will say that. And it probably will be until we like run out of those, like recommending them over the high state. I do think it was a lot higher quality product, a lot more enjoyable experience, and a lot closer to full flour than the high state joints are. So
Wow.
that's what I'll say about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna rate it probably like a 6 out of 10 because I don't really love the taste of it, but it was well done and it was a really good deal for how inexpensive this product is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love
Oh,
that.
and me and Caleb decided that it does pair really well with the berry Runtz dab from new Jack
Ah.
Kush. So you should just get both.
Get both. We're gonna
Yeah.
Why not
And
both?
and it's super budget tier. So go
Right.
one
Yeah,
of
both
them.
of them are.
One of them.
Well, and
Yeah.
honestly, that one, as far as dabs go, it's definitely on the
It's like lower mid.
lower mid.
Lower mid. Okay.
As far as flavored dabs go,
It's pretty good.
that's the same price as treats,
Yeah.
and treats are trash.
Treats are trash.
They
Go for
literally
these.
taste like trash. Like
You
Interesting.
ever
heavy
like
on the lungs, like, oh my God, what the fuck did I just smoke?
Yeah.
Trash.
have you
I
ever
think
like gone out to the dumpster and gotten like a cinnamon roll and then like melted it down into a dab and dabbed that? That's exactly what it tastes like. But it's like 4 days old, like the rats have already gotten to it.
Ew.
Like
Not the
that's
rat.
what treats is. I'm sorry, treats.
Dude, no, I'm not
This
sorry, treats.
constructive
I'm
No,
not
you're
even
not.
sorry.
Hey,
I
don't be
can't
sorry.
I'm not
Tell 'em to get it
sorry.
together. Tell 'em
I'm not
get
sorry.
together.
I can't believe I wasted my money on that. I do not
Exactly.
suggest it.
Yes. Wow.
I would not
Okay,
recommend. 10 out of 10, do not recommend.
Do not
treats.
recommend. Wow.
They're not
Wow.
good.
Okay, very fair. Also, I think a lot of people are getting treats and tasty terps confused when they're customers, when they're coming in. They're like, no, I swear it was treats. And I'm like, no, it was probably tasty terp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get a lot of people coming back for tasty terps, and we don't have any at the moment. People
Yeah.
love them. They love them. And they're
This would
right in that
be-
same price range. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This
This
is a
is-
little bit
this
cheaper
is-
than Tasty Terps.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is where it's at.
So
Wow, beautiful. Okay. Now, thank you, Kirsten. And KBZ, what do you think
I love them.
overall?
I genuinely like, I usually would be in my like second dab of the podcast. I don't feel like it's necessary. Like, I feel satisfied. I feel like this is a really nice high to just like sit around, like chill, do something with friends. Like, I enjoy like having something to do. I probably will smoke flower after this, like a heavier indica, just to go to bed because I have to wake up early.
Okay.
But yeah, not really. Like, I don't feel like I have to. I don't feel like I am missing out on anything. And I would recommend this for people who are like trying to kind of wind down without falling asleep. Like getting off of work, getting like sitting down on the couch watching a show. Maybe you have to cook dinner later. I could go cook dinner whenever. Like, it's easy.
Nice. Okay, love that. What's your favorite flower to smoke before you go to sleep? Go, 5.
Oh,
3.
lately it's the T1000 from Cedar Creek Farms.
wow, that's not
Nice.
what I was expecting you to say.
I bought
That's a throwback.
I bought a 7-gram jar of it,
Fucking quarter?
or like a quarter of it in the pouch,
A Vic.
and that shit's so good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice. Okay, love that. Okay, big shout out to Cedar Creek as well. Love that. Okay, very fair. What else are you gonna say, KBZ? And what else were you gonna say, KBZ?
Oh, I was gonna say, sorry.
My
I was gonna
bad.
say I would give it like a 8 out of 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, and that's
I feel like one dab wasn't quite enough where they usually are, but I would smoke 2 dabs of it over most other things. I would definitely smoke this over treats. But,
wow.
but yeah.
Oh.
Love it.
Okay. Okay, very fair. Thank you,
I would say
KBZ.
that it definitely, before I took that dab, I also had brought over a dab to Caleb's. And so like, I was planning on taking that dab and I was planning on taking a dab of this. I also like brought some flour that I was like, oh, maybe we'll smoke that. You guys know I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
I did take a tolerance break recently, so I do smoke like a lot less. But I feel like I was like, as soon as I took that, I was like, oh, I'm totally good. I don't even need to take that other dab. Like, and I do have a long drive ahead of me where I will not be smoking.
Of course. Of course.
No, I really won't though. God, not even lying to save face. I'm just that person now. I don't even smoke while I drive.
There you go. As you should.
As you
Yes.
should.
As you shouldn't.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah.
break the law.
Exactly.
Johnny Law get you. I didn't get
And it's
got
not-
for
And
smoking,
it's
so-
not worth it.
But it isn't.
Yes.
And that was what I decided was it wasn't worth it. So
Yes.
can't be that person that has to smoke while I drive. Ugh.
Yeah. Love that. Okay.
But anyways,
very fair.
what I meant by that was that I feel high enough to suffice my about to be hour-long drive home,
Wow.
which I
Wow,
think
fair.
is nice.
Love that. Love that.
Love
Okay.
that.
Okay, very fair. Thank you, Kirsten. I almost said Curse Beezy.
Honestly, it's
Thank you.
involuntary.
Thank you, Kirsten.
We're a team right now. It's cool.
And you are. And
We're
you
like
are.
a
Shit.
we're
They
one of those
fused.
celeb names.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, like Dragon Ball. Love that. Okay, very fair. And then I am going to jump on here
Oh,
just
that's all good.
before I'm going to do it a nice little short one just so I don't ramble and get to Adrian. I had the Boggy Boon Slurrmint. I am going to say after one bowl, it's a little bit too up for this portion of the night. So I am going to go ahead and load another bowl. I'm very conscious in doing so. I know how I feel right now. This is not a creeper high by any means necessary. This is the hand that I am dealt. I feel very good. I've got a nice sensation in my stomach. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm hungry though. I don't have dry mouth as bad as I usually do. Now I know anytime Malcolm King smells anything that smells like raisin, that's something that I could smoke out in public. Just seeing after one bowl how I am still so up, I definitely also like that for out in public. And you know, like I said, I'm very self-conscious when it comes to things like dry mouth, especially when I'm like on a date. Like I cannot stress this enough. I say it and say it and I say it and I say it. Nevertheless, yeah, this is something that might be, you know, a nice little option. The Slurrmint from Boggy Boon. As far as the flower, the look of it, probably progressive growth hormones. You know, it's definitely a nugget. You know, it doesn't really look like a bud that came from a stamen or a live plant. So there's probably some hormones that they use. I don't know if they use pesticides, but anyways, it's very, very dry. They don't list if it's pesticide free. So that's kind of annoying. But however, nevertheless, and also they label this social and giggly. It's definitely social. Can't say that it's that giggly. I'm not necessarily making myself laugh. I might laugh with y'all, but like I'm not coming up with anything that's necessarily funny or anything that I feel is, you know, I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. But
You did
I
say
wanted to go into this very quickly because, like I said, the other day, JG tried to say something on the podcast talking about some THC percentage, and I was like, "How dare you?" Nevertheless, I have to look at this probably like once a year. What is THC and how is it measured? As we all know, THC is not a desired effect. Potency is therefore calculated from the concentration of both molecules according to the following equation. Total THC percentage equals percent of THCA times 0.877. That is a conversion factor accounts for the weight of CO2 lost through thermal decarboxylation. Thermal decarboxylation of THCA is what makes the THC present and available to your body when you are smoking it. So it's the loss of carboxylic acid group of THCA through heat produces THC. Put in layman's terms. None of that has a desired effect attached to it. I don't know why people think I'm happy because it's a high THC percent. What are you talking about? What are you talking? How do you believe in aromatherapy and then believe in THC as a desired? I will never understand that. Cannabis is aromatherapy times 1 million. That's what you need to understand. And that's it. That's it. It's literally that simple and that's it. And I'll fight you for it, period. Whoever you, I don't care. I'll fight you for it. Whether you're 80 or you're 10, I'll fight you for it. 10. And that's how I feel. This is a great.
Okay, wait. 80 10-year-olds or 10 80-year-olds?
All of them.
All of them.
It'd be 810. You can catch these hands. Mind you. Also, big shout out to everybody getting it in the gym as of lately. I've seen a couple newcomers to the gym and they've been so consistent. They're keeping me motivated. I literally I didn't say nothing, but I looked at him the other day and was like, I see you. Okay, 3 weeks in a row. Why every time I'm in here, you in here? Because you know you got them. Look. If you know, you know. You got your crew that be in there the same time that you be in there because it fits their schedule the same way. And it's like, damn, every time I go to the gym, I don't feel like being here. The hardest thing to do is to show up. Once I'm there, I'm good. But walking in that, I literally be in the parking lot like this.
Yes, the parking lot, man. Sometimes I leave.
Bro.
There's a Target right across from my gym. Sometimes I go get me a fucking Starbucks and walk around Target. I ain't even lying. Fuck it.
Walking counts.
I go to the Crunch Fitness on Andreessen. I literally go to the Crunch Fitness on Andreessen and there's a Target. And there's a Dollar Tree, which is even worse. I love a Dollar Tree. Big shout out to Dollar Tree. I'm about to play with y'all. Okay, ready?
That's where I got the push pop.
Favorite thing to buy from Dollar Tree. Go, Kirsten. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2,
party
1.
decorations for my kid's life.
Ooh, yep.
Yes, yep. Life. Yes, life. Yes, 1 through 39,000. I love it.
Oh my!
I was gonna say 39, but I was like, why is Paisley only living until she's 39? Yes, 39,000. Okay, very
I might
fair.
only be here till she's 39. You're on your own, kid. No
We'll
one's
just
for you.
graduate the party decor when she's
Right.
40. That'll be the big 40-year-old gift.
Also, Dollar Tree has cards. They have cards.
They do.
They've good
Yes,
gift
for every
wrapping, great
occasion.
craft
Balloons,
supplies.
They have really good
balloons.
wrapping
There's a
paper.
helium shortage.
They got
but yeah,
flowers.
balloons.
They got flowers, right?
They got
Or no?
flowers.
So many great fake
Fake flowers.
Fake
flowers.
flowers.
Fake
Stuff to make
flowers.
wreaths,
Yes,
stuff to make
Leah.
centerpieces.
Yeah.
Leah says so many great fake flowers. Yes,
So
They have a lot
many.
of
No, they're
flowers.
like nice fake flowers. They're like
are.
not
They
shitty
are.
fake flowers.
Yes,
There's
they
a
are.
difference.
Also,
My
Also,
daughter,
I just gotta
really
give a
likes
shout out real
nice
quick.
flowers.
I know I
Okay.
gave you the 5, 4, 3, 2,
She's
1,
famous.
Kirsten, but a bench scrape. This is my
Oh.
favorite kitchen tool ever. It is a knife. It is a cleaner. It is a muck scraper off your counters, off your oven. This does everything. It's a portioner for pasta.
You
and
can
like,
transfer
it's
things
it's
to a pan.
It's a bowl. Exactly. It's everything. You can do anything with a bench scrape. I watched somebody make gnocchis with this end the other day. It was like twisting and cupping it. You could do little biscuits like that as well. The bench scrape. I want to give a big shout out to Ann Burrell. This is also her favorite kitchen tool. Shout out to Houghton, but not really. He has a very disdain and distaste towards Ann Burrell for no reason. He talks
And you
bad
know
about her
what?
just to get on my nerves. Well,
That's how it
I'm
is.
so passionate and loquacious right now that
I
I've
know.
literally talked the ashes
I
off
believe
of
it.
my grinder onto my table and onto some of my sample forms. I have 5 sample forms on my table right now. I have no clue why. Nevertheless, now, is it still my turn for the scale of 1 through 10? I forgot.
Yes.
Did you
Wow.
say are you gonna
Wow.
say?
He said, I'm gonna make it quick. I don't want to remiss. I don't want to ramble.
Adrian, I'm
Girl,
sorry.
my pants undone.
I get so
I do.
excited. Okay,
They're very
but
tight. You can't even sit
but
down without undone.
on the scale of 1 through 10, I'm gonna give this. Okay, ready? I mean, for what it is, honestly, this is a 9 out of 10. In the budget tier, this is a 9 out of 10. Is one bowl enough if it's past 7 o'clock on the mini bowl from Blue Brittany? No. But are we mad at that? No. Now, mind you, lembre say, I still have a Gaga BB Nug left, right? This is a fairly decent sized nug.
Gaga BB
There's definitely at least 3 more bowls for Blue Brittany left in this. Would I ever smoke this again at night? No. We're gonna try this during the daytime. We're gonna do another episode, and I'm gonna be so excited just to see what my actual findings are. And like I said, we might have another episode of the Tropical Biscuit. I don't even, God damn it.
Tropical
Biscotti.
Tropical
Yeah.
Biscotti
Send it.
Sunday.
Send it.
Tropical
Tropical
Biscotti
biscuit.
Sunday.
Fuck that. That's what it is.
I
I'm
got it
selling
right.
as
In
that.
one.
Tropical
That's
Biscotti
forever.
Sunday. Okay, but
There's a tropical
okay.
biscuit over in the
Yeah.
top tier case if you'd like to check that out.
I love that.
Catch more eyes.
I love that. Oh, also, big shout out to Wolf on Wakalski Street. Big shout out to Chris. Happy birthday. Big shout out to one of our
Happy
lovely
birthday,
co-workers,
Chris.
rocking and
Happy
rolling.
birthday,
Yeah,
Happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday to
Happy
Chris.
Chris.
Yes. And okay, ready? Would I buy this again? Absolutely not. No.
No.
But this is very dry for me. The curb appeal necessarily isn't there. I like the fact that it's not that dry mouth, but the fact that I'm talking so much is kind of running my glands dry. But I'm like, do I need a high like this? Hell no. I'm like this naturally. You know what I'm saying? Definitely don't need to be amplified anymore, period. And this is also like, where do I feel this mostly in my body? I mean, my rotator cuff on this left side, because I was in the gym today and that's kind of been irritating me all day. But do I feel it in my legs? No. I feel it, like I said, a little bit in my gut. Yeah. Do I feel it in my head at all? No. And also when I was out, if I'm out in public, I'm on one bowl, I would be able to be passed as social. Like Kirsten said that one time, incognito. This is a good moderation. In moderation, this is a good incognito high. You know what I'm saying? 1000%. And it's even maybe a little bit more jubilant than I am naturally. And a little bit more, what's the word? Vivacious or whatever. But nevertheless, Would I buy this again? No. What is this? This is a 9 out of 10. No, especially being in the middle tier. Sorry. Now, Adrian. Big shout out to Boggy Boon. Once again, this is the Slurrmint from Boggy Boon. Adrian, what are we thinking, my friend? Scale of 1 through 10, would you buy that again?
Freddy's Fuego, Sunset Petrol. Would I buy this again? Yes, absolutely. 100%. It is a great milky smoke. Once it ran through my grinder, it was a coarse grind, but it still had that like kinetic fall to it.
Okay.
Which made it really nice for a joint. And you know, like, it tastes great. I think that we should definitely bring this strain back, especially for Freddy's Fuego. I will give it a little bit lower score because it's not pesticide free, and y'all
And
need
it's
to
so
get that
expensive.
shit together.
Okay. Interesting.
But aside from that, it's a great strain. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Would I buy it again? Yeah.
Wow.
100%.
Wow. What do you recommend this for mostly when you go into work the next time? What are you going to say if we have it?
Oh, it's a 100% a thing to give to someone who says like they're gonna go to a concert tonight.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know,
Very fair.
like 100%. Like it's an outing weed where you may not necessarily let loose on your own.
Okay.
You know.
Trick question. Smoking out in public and going to a restaurant. Do we smoke before we leave for the restaurant, or do we wait until we get to the restaurant, get on the waiting list, and then smoke? What do we
Both.
think?
Depends on the wait list, and yeah, both.
Okay.
And yeah,
Okay.
if you're running late, absolutely fucking get that shit, like multitask.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Be like, we'll come in, give our table to the next person.
like just last night I went to emo karaoke at Chopsticks. I
drove past Chopsticks last night.
dang, you should have.
And I should have. I'm sorry. I really should have.
I did.
Yeah,
I
no.
did. Since you've been gone, A Day to Remember Kelly Clarkson cover, and it was fucking dope. I had a great time. But yes, that's a tangent. We were talking about what this weed would be good for, and that is 100% what I would have loved to have last night, because it was my first time going to that, and it was a great experience, and it would have made it a lot better.
Wow.
But
Love that.
yeah, it's good. It's good weed.
Okay.
Good weed.
Have you ever tried the food at Chopsticks?
I did last night. So I had their gyoza. It was not so great. I had their scallion pancake, solid.
With what?
Their onion rings are
What's
nice.
with
like,
what's with the pancakes? What comes with that?
you don't want it.
I knew it.
Scallion pancake is an onion pancake.
No, I know, but what accoutrement comes with that? They did not just give you a dry pancake. No.
No. They gave us some sort of sauce. I don't know what it was, but it was delicious. It
Okay.
was like a
That
sweet
real good
ponzu.
sauce.
Yeah.
A
Because
real
I
good
feel like the sauce might make a dish like scallion pancakes. Come on.
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
like a sweet ponzu. It was bomb.
Beautiful. Bomb.
But that they had onion rings, they had an edamame plate, we had a little quesadilla too. Like it was
Quesadilla.
better than
Asian
most
food in a
barbecue.
quesadilla. An Asian.
They also just had a quesadilla because yes.
Wow.
Exactly. They're like, people are
That's
drunk and it's
cool.
karaoke and people want a quesadilla. Period.
I
Who
mean,
does it?
As
I
it
know
should.
People keep
I want one
asking
right
us
now.
for
I do
them. We're
too.
gonna just give in.
Yes. Also, for our upcoming trip to Monroe through Seattle, I must find a dumpling place. I have an anchoring for dumplings.
goodness.
I'm very much craving dumplings.
I
So
know
we
one. I
must-
forget the name of it. I'll get it for you. It's across the street
Please.
from, it's on, I know where it is. I'm looking it up.
Okay.
My friend,
Deal.
I know.
You'll
someone
send it to me. You'll have to send
Yeah.
it to me because it seems. Thank you, Adrian. It seems as though we are at a close. I want to give a big shout out to my coworkers and colleagues for coming out and partying as always, and to everybody out there. Remember, stay high and humble, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace. Bye, y'all.